So in the Halloween spirit, we get caught up with all the fun, and sometimes we forget that we can still remain healthy. And well, today we have someone who's going to share her tips and tricks for a healthy Halloween. Please welcome back health and nutrition expert Nancy Addison. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Love being here.
We love having you. Thank you for always stopping by on your trips to New York and for, of course, the wonderful advice you provide. So this is a very interesting topic because obviously Halloween, the first thing that I think we all think of is candy.
Right. It's like a sugar festival. And then if you look at the fact that 1 teaspoon of sugar will shut down your immune system for up to 5 hours, it can be really dangerous for children of all ages. And so there's, we love to dress up and have fun and have festivities, but there are great alternatives for this.
I mean, they don't call it trick or treat for no reason, right? And I see you brought a lot of treats today. And I will say, I didn't even realize that sugar shuts down your immune system for 5 hours. That's an interesting fact right there.
Right, and so many of these candies today have fructose in them, and fructose affects the way the pancreas makes insulin, and it also affects the hormone leptin, which makes you feel satiated. And so these are the two things that actually can cause diabetes. And so when we avoid any kind of foods that have high fructose corn syrup or any kind of fructose or even agave, a lot of what look like healthier treats have agave syrup in them, and they actually have more fructose in them than high fructose corn syrup. So we want to avoid those things so that we are supporting our children's health, because obesity has doubled in the last 20 years, and diabetes is on a big rise with kids. So anything we can do to make the holidays healthier and more fun is certainly going to benefit them for life.
Well, I appreciate that, especially, in the community of people of color. Like, we do have an issue with diabetes. And I will say, how do you recondition parents to actually paying attention? I mean, it's not like the candies come with labels on them.
Well, they should have ingredients on them. And if you can, maybe get little snack packs that are, for instance, raisins. Raisins actually have a certain quality in them that help dental health. You can get packs of nuts or some kinds of different things that maybe are gluten-free, maybe non-GMO, and you can get them at the dollar store or places like that. You can actually find these healthier treats that you can pass out. And I think parents trust packaged foods instead of like homemade,
right.
instead of homemade. So, but then there are some healthy treats that you can pass out that really don't even involve food.
Right.
And so you can, pass out little finger puppets, or I know that a lot of these things come at the dollar store in little packs, and you can pass them out, and even really cute little pencils, things that are kaleidoscopes, things that are fun and really celebrate things, and little fans. And
it's a great idea.
Fun glasses, or even funny little rings that won't affect their health. But I think also feeding your child a healthy dinner before they leave, so that they aren't eating because they're hungry, is also a good treat.
That's a great idea, actually, because of course, they want to have Candy Fest, and so if they're full, they're probably going to reconsider what it is that they're going to be putting in their mouths. But again, it's just in the nature of what Halloween is and how we celebrate it. It requires a certain mindset to just walk around with this consciousness. And so I just wonder, like, what could we do? I mean, obviously, as an individual, you're saying, possibly have raisins or peanuts, and of course everything should be sealed. You should never allow your child to eat anything that's been tampered with or is not sealed commercially. However, just within my community, myself included, it's a little like challenging to go, oh, well, we don't have candy for you, we have raisins. And I'm just, where do we start there with conditioning the kids? first.
Well, it's interesting, but kids don't necessarily listen to us, but they watch what we do. And so setting that example is always a good thing. If they see you eating candy or things that are not necessarily good for you, they're going to want to do that too. And when they associate these celebrations with love and with their family, that becomes their comfort food. So whatever you're giving them is going to be their comfort food for life. So if they're having a bad day or emotional breakdown later on in their life, they're going to crave those comfort foods that you gave them because they associate that with your unconditional love. So, one of my things that I did with my kids when they were little is I would make them fun Halloween smoothies. Like, this is a great time to make a magic Martian mixture.
Right, I saw that somewhere. I was like, oh, that's really clever. She's like, oh, we're going to make a kale drink, right? It's kale?
Yeah, or you could use romaine lettuce. You could use baby spinach. I always recommend doing baby greens because they're healthier and they have more nutrients in them. And you could even do a spirulina powder, which is high protein and it's really healthy for you. It has lots of nutrients in it. And our taste buds change for what we eat. So whatever we're eating, we develop taste buds for them. So as your child begins to eat these healthier foods, they're actually going to learn to love them.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an acquired taste, and it's definitely doable. I mean, I'm blessed. No, I'm blessed because, having people like yourself in my life, I've been able to condition my daughter into really enjoying those smoothies and those vegetable drinks. However, I do sweeten them, it's not just straight kale. I'll like add a banana or something to sweeten it up a little bit. But I mean, I'm assuming that the natural sugars are okay.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, we think about fructose as being, don't fruits have fructose in them? But that's a natural fructose, and whole fruits have fiber in them, which slows it down from going into your bloodstream so fast. And that's a totally different thing from these high fructose corn syrups or processed sugars that have fructose in them. So I think adding a banana to your smoothie is a great idea, or put in a whole apple. And if you have cut out the core, and if you clean it really well, I even add the banana skin. It has more nutrients in it than the banana itself and a lot more fiber. So I always wash it really well, cut off the ends, and put the whole banana in the smoothie, and that helps support your adrenal glands. It is amazing how much better it is for you, and it doesn't taste any different.
I'm gonna try that. And it's not gonna mess up my NutriBullet?
No, I chop it into chunks.
Okay, yeah, right. And so I see you have another book here that we can share with our viewers, and it's geared towards children, the topic at hand.
Right, and half of it's recipes. So I have all kinds of smoothie recipes and healthy food recipes that you can either make into baby food as well, or serve to your whole family. So it's it's good for everyone, but it has a lot of nutrition information as well as some guidelines into how to raise healthy children.
Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for always coming with these wonderful ideas, and of course for feeding us the knowledge that you have in there. And here's to, just recreating a healthy lifestyle. That's what we're saying. All right, so once again, for more on Nancy and all of her healthy advice, you can visit organichealthylife.com.